Okay, this is lesson 129, writing decimals as fractions. So remember that a value can be written as a decimal or a fraction. You can convert fractions to decimals and decimals back to fractions. They're both just ways of writing a part of a whole being 1 and a part being less than 1, between 0 and 1. Okay, so remember your place values to the right of the decimal, and remember to watch the Math Antics video link that I put on your assignment. Okay, so look at the top. It says writing decimals as fractions. Since decimals are another way to write fractions, decimals can be written as fractions. 0.1 equals 1/10. 0.23 equals 23 100ths. 0.476 equals 476 1,000ths. To write a tenth as a fraction, place over 10. 0.3 equals 3/10ths. To write a hundredth as a fraction, place over 100. 0.31 equals 31 100ths. To write a thousandth as a fraction, place over 1,000. 0.317 equals 317 1,000ths. A good rule to remember when writing decimals as fractions is to write as many zeros in the denominator as decimal places in the decimal. So 0.41 equals 41 over 100. Write 2 zeros in the denominator since there are 2 decimal places in 0.41. 0.003 equals 3 over 1,000. Write 3 zeros in the denominator since there are 3 decimal places in 0.003. But I think a better rule of thumb is just to look at the place value of the number. So you see 0.41, 1 is in the hundredths place. So you know it's 41 hundredths. And you see 3 is in the thousandths place because it's 3 places to the right of the decimal. So you know it's 3 1,000ths. Okay. So let's do some of the class practice. Point 4. Write equals in the blank if the fraction and decimal are equal. Write not equals if they're not equal. So 0.4 is equal to 4/10ths. You see where the 4 is in the tenths place. 0.1 is equal to 1/10th. 0.71, is that equal to 71 tenths? No, it's 71 hundredths. So that would be not equal. 0.68 is 68 100ths, equal. 0.141 is equal to 141 1,000ths. 0.93 is equal to 93 100ths. You see the 3 is in the hundredths place. 0.6 is 6/10ths, so not equal to 6 100ths. And 0.581 is equal to 581 thousandths. Write each decimal as a fraction. So now this is 7/10ths. This is 51 hundredths. This is 323 thousandths. D is 9/10ths. H is 21 hundredths. G is 3/10ths. F is 157 1,000ths. And 0.49 is 49 100ths. Okay, moving down. So here's to fill in our place value. Okay. So I like to start with the ones. Let's see how I can do this. So let's look at our ones place. This is going to be very messy. And our tens place. right? So first I'm just going to go to the left of the decimal because that's most familiar for us, okay? And then we have the hundreds place. Does everyone see that? Hundreds. And then thousands. Oops. Okay. 10,000s. 100,000s. Millions. And then now we need to go to the right of the decimal. We're getting smaller, less than a whole. So we have tenths, hundredths. So just write it like 100 and then put a THS at the end. Same thing with thousandths. You're going to write 1,000 and then put THS at the end. Okay. Write the number figures for these words. You can do that. And then you're going to fill in the scale labels. Ooh, this is, yeah. Okay. Fill in the scale labels and bars for this graph. Ellen has 5 oranges, Tom has 9 oranges, and Rob has 6 oranges. So for our labels here, we have Ellen, Tom, and Rob. And our scale is going to be, I'm just going to say number 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So now this is a bar graph. So each bar will be 1 orange. So I want you to draw a line for Ellen's 5 oranges, Tom's 9 oranges, and Rob's 6 oranges. Okay, let's look at these story problems. Deanna baked 2 pies. Of each pie, 1/5 has been eaten. Now you know a whole pie would be 5/5, right? Because any number over itself is the same as 1. But I need to subtract 1/5 of a pie because that's how much was eaten out of each pie. How much is left? 4/5. So 4/5 of each pie remains. Let's look at B. 3 girls went blackberry picking. Brianna picked 1.5 quarts. Damaris picked 1.25. Oops, that looked like a 7. I'm going to erase that. And Amanda picked 1 3/8 quarts. How many quarts of blackberries did they pick in all? So in all means add. So I'm going to put everything in the denominator of 8ths because I want to have a common denominator so I can add my fractions. Yeah. Okay, so this will still be 3/8. 4 times 2 is 8. 1 times 2 is 2. 2 times 4 is 8. And 1 times 4 is 4. 4 plus 3 is 7 plus 2 is 9. And these add up to 3. So I have 3 9/8. But I can't leave this as an improper fraction. So I need to divide 8 into 9. And it's going to go in 1 time with 1/8 left over, right? This is equal to 1 1/8. But I still need to add my whole numbers, right? 3 plus 1. So I have 4 1/8 quarts in all. And guess what? You don't have to do the homework.